Hey, what's up, dudes? Just having me a little bath, relaxing for the Vape 5 tomorrow.
I wasn't ready! I'm not ready! Jesus God. Help me! Lord! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord, what the hell? What the hell? I'm never ready! My God, the show! My God, it must go on. It must! Nothing can stop the Vape at 5. Welcome, everyone, to the Vape at 5. I am your host. I am BlackCat. Today, I'll tell you what, today is a great show. Now, the genesis of today's show was from a gentleman, you all know him in chat. No matter what name he goes under, you know him. Lou Frigno, Nick Fenton. Nick asked me the other day if I'd ever done a twisted frame or twisted core alien. I thought about it. I was like, I never have. So today we're going to do that. Now, just thinking about that, it sounds like it would be a fantastic vape. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make that coil today. I'm going to use 0.2 square wire twisted as the frame, 3 of them. And I'm going to wrap it in 38 gauge stainless steel. So it's going to be a nichrome stainless steel mix. Going to give a set of those coils away tomorrow. Now, you're asking yourself, you're saying to yourself, how can I get these coils? They sound fantastic. Well, I'm going to tell you now. You can get these coils by putting a number. Why did I point down? I have no idea. It's not down here. It's not up here. It's right here. It's right here in my noodle. It's in my brain. You can win those coils by putting a number in yesterday's episode. It is episode, I believe, 186. It is BlackCat's feature of dripkid.n.y. So, put a number in that comment section between 1 and 150. That will enter you for that giveaway. I'm starting to really think that Monday is my favorite YouTube day. There are so many good shows on Monday. I watched a ton of YouTube last night to my wife's dismay. She's like, why are you watching so much YouTube? I was like, there's so many great shows on. I watched Vaping with the Omies. Ken did a live show. They did a show on Mountaineer Vape's channel, which was Pal and Kimmy and Phoenix Vapor and another gentleman by the name of Bill. That was fantastic. And then Truckin' came on later and did another show. It was just a fantastic day. Of course, you have Fresh on. You have Mr. 300's on. It's like any kind of, community. In this community, you want to get with the builders, the mixers, the reviewers, or just like kind of like a regular type talk show type thing, with vaping, obviously, as the premise, but was on last night. And I'm telling you, Monday is fantastic. I watched so much YouTube. I saw a lot of people that, from the show in chat, and I always like seeing people in other chats and supporting the community. All right, so I have a couple things we're going to do today. We're going to do that build, but we're going to start it out with something that I like to do called Got a cough. Man, now, my dad called me today. I'm going to tell you something. So, as most of you know, my father is elderly. Now, as you can tell by my appearance, I'm not a spring chicken. Middle-aged man wearing a V-neck, as a matter of fact. My dad called me today, and he told me that he was sick. And I'm like, Dad, you're sick. And my dad's 87. So I'm like, when your dad calls you and he's 87 and he's sick, you're like, that's a big deal. It's not like, not like somebody my age being sick. It's just like, I get over it, Suck it up, buttercup, and get back out there. My dad called me. He's like, I'm sick. I'm like, Dad, what's wrong? He's like, well, I'm dizzy, and I'm coughing a lot. And I'm like, that's not good. I was like, okay. I said, well, let me call the doctor, and I'll get you an appointment, and we'll run you up there. So I called the doctor, and the doctor's like, yeah, bring him in. You can come in right now. Doctor's here. We'll get him in as soon as he gets here, we'll get him in. I was like, that's fantastic. So I called my dad back, and he's like, all right, I'm sick. So come over and get me. I was like, and the doctor's office is literally like 3 minutes from my dad's house, but he wants me to go with him. I think because he doesn't believe the doctor, and he wants me to like vet any information the doctor tells him. So I'm like, okay, Dad. So I leave work, drive all the way to his house. I show up, and he's sitting in his chair perfectly fine. I'm like, Dad, are you okay? He's like, yeah, fine. Like, I thought you were sick. He's like, well, feel better, but my cable's not working. Can you fix that? Like, really, Dad? You called me in an emergency. I got you a doctor's appointment because you said you were sick. And the reason you wanted me over here is because your cable's not working? It's like, well, yeah. He's like, did you check everything? Yeah, everything's checked. Everything's checked. Did you call the cable company? No. They can't fix anything. They don't know what they're doing. No, Dad, they do know what they're doing. That is their job. They fix cable. They fix cable. Anyway, the fix was pressing the source button on his remote control restored his cable, at which he was completely flabbergasted and said he had done it 60 times. It just did not work, which I, of course, believed that he did. And, so he wasn't sick. So then I leave, and I was like, well, Dad, I'm going to get you a doctor's appointment anyway. I was like, well, why don't we go on? We won't make it an emergency visit, but we'll go this later this week. So he called me on the way home when I was driving back to work screaming at me. He didn't need to go to the doctor. Doctor doesn't know anything, blah, blah, blah. That is having an 87-year-old father. All right, I got the knife out. Is everybody ready? Is everybody at the ready? Frank, get 911 on the phone. My God. I have a piece of mail here from Mr. Greg Schultz, or as you know him, Blarf, on Instagram. He is going to be a featured builder here on the Vape at 5. I'm super excited. I had been really hounding Greg to be a featured builder, and he kept turning me down. And not turning me down so much, he's just like, I just don't know if I really want to do it. And I'm like, okay. I was like, but I really, really want you to do it. So let me grab a pen here. I'm going to write him in. Did I get anybody else? Was there any other feature builder that I might have missed? I'm trying to think, because I have Modified Star. No, that was my last one. Modified Star is my last one. All right, so we're writing down Greg Schultz will be next. So before I open this, let's just go over real quickly who our featured builders are coming up. You have DripKid this week. You have Colin Vapes from the Resistance Crew next week. You have M. Turk the following week. Then you have Coil Chief, a guy from my build team. Modified Star, and now Mr. Greg Schultz. I have about 3 other people in transit sending stuff. Talon, Builds by Talon is one of them. I'm trying to think. Vaping Elevator Guy and Ohm Canada are all going to be featured. So have those, and I have somebody else. I'm trying to think who it is. I can't think off the top of my head. So he marked fragile on the envelope here. So we'll see what is in this. That is fragile. All right, here's some coils. Why don't we take these out and take a little gander at them? What do you say? Oh, Lord. And there's something else in here. It looks like an RDA. They sent me the Dead Rabbit RTA. So this will be in the giveaway with Mr. Schultz's stuff. So, Greg, thank you for sending the extra, man. I'll make sure that will be part of his giveaway during his week. So let me put a note on this that it is Greg's, so that I do not get it mixed up with anything else. And we'll give it out. It is the rainbow colored RTA. If you're why Greg would have a rainbow colored? They must have sent it for pictures. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the rainbow color ones. The heat treated or whatever they are. I'm not a fan. I think they look awful. All right. So let me write down his name on this. Greg Blarf. All right, we got it. Put that over here. And he sent me, it looks like, 5 sets of coils, which is exactly how many I asked for. 1 set I keep, and the rest I give away. So what shall we take? Here's something nice. This looks like a alien stag. Let's take a look at this under the camera here. So let's pop that out. Bring the camera down here so you guys can see it. All right. Bring this down. Bring it downtown. Oh. All right. Let me put this on the macro. There we go. Get that down even more. See if that'll come in. I remember getting pretty good clarity. There we go. Oh, God. Look at that glare from that light. Little alien stag action. Very nice, Greg. Awesome, bro. So those will be in the giveaway during Greg's week. I'm going to set this all to the side. That way, I do not lose it or misplace it, because God knows that is what I do. All right, let's go through. We're going to say hi to everybody, and then we're going to start this build. And I'm really excited. I don't know how it's going to lay. I don't even know what my decor should really be. I'm going to guess a 27 gauge. And we'll see. I'll do a 27 gauge and a 28 gauge. You know what? Let's just go right to the build. I'm going to skip saying hi to people. Maybe we'll do that at the end, because I may throw a giveaway in today as well for DripKid. But what I want to remind you of is the prize package on Friday is huge. The prize, the package. The blue package on Friday is huge. It's huge. It's going to be huge, guys. Fucking huge. Huge is this show. This show is taking off across the nation. We're international. You guys knew that. The prize package is going to be huge on Friday. So to enter that giveaway, you're going to go to Mr. DripKid.n.y. The link is below. This time I'm correct. The link is below. Go to his page. I want you to repost a picture, your favorite picture from his page, with the hashtag BlackCatFam and the @ symbol in his name. Do that to enter the giveaway for Friday. Please do that today, tomorrow. We want to get as many. You know, I was looking at the BlackCat Fam hashtag. Now, when we started this show back in, I guess, March. Was it March when we started the show? There was about 34 posts with the hashtag BlackCatFam. They were typically like people with their cats and stuff, and, you know, just black cats. I don't know, you know, which I like cats, so I thought it was pretty funny. But now, I just checked yesterday, and we are nearing 4,000 reposts. 4,000 reposts. That is fucking incredible. That's crazy. We have 4,000 reposts that we've done for builders in this community over the last whatever. Been doing this now 180 episodes, whatever it is. Whatever it works out to, 7, 8, 9 months. 9 months. 9 months. 4,000. Isn't that great? Fantastic. I'm just like so thrilled to know that we've been doing that. Really, really makes me happy. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to make myself a decor here. We're going to go with 27 gauge decor. That's 25. So if you take 0.2, I'm going to take 0.2 and I'm going to twist it. So I'm assuming it's going to come down to maybe I should do 28 gauge. Why don't I do one of both? I'll do a 27 gauge decor and I'll do a 28 gauge decor. And because I'm figuring 0.2 twisted together would probably be around 0.32 something, which is 28 gauge. So we're going to do a 28 gauge decor and a 27 gauge decor for this. So we grab some 28. And there's some 28 gauge. And I'm going to wrap it in 38 gauge stainless steel. The reason I'm going to use stainless steel is it gives me, with never doing this build before and not knowing how easily it's going to lay on the core, I can manipulate stainless steel a lot better than I can manipulate nichrome. Nichrome just lays. You can't really do much with it if it doesn't lay right. Stainless steel, you can kind of use tension to kind of dress it a little easier. It's a little easier to work with. And quite frankly, if I wasn't worried about vaping them, I would probably use Kanthal, just because it's so easy to work with. It gives you so much fight back and so much tension. I'm going to move the chat over here too so I can chat with you guys, because I don't rarely ever get to chat with you guys. Hey, Rob, Eddie, Cows, Joey, good to see you guys. Charles, how you doing? The Baron. Tracy, how you doing, honey? Darth Vapor, what's up, buddy? Ian. All right, so let's get a piece of 28 gauge here. I'm going to make about a 14-inch decor, which should be plenty for what I need. So stretch this out. And we'll get it started. Hey, Jane, how are you, hon? Good to see you, Jane. All right. Yeah, just talking about like yesterday on YouTube was just so much good stuff on Mondays. I'm telling you, it's really becoming my like favorite day. And I remember in the not so distant future, there wasn't a whole lot on Mondays. Fresh was on, and that was about it. And then Plumes of Hazard and DIY or Die, that was it. Now there's literally like 10 shows on Monday now. And then you have like surprise, like Ken went live last night. He doesn't typically have a show on Monday, but he went live for a little bit. Had a good talk. He was talking about something that had happened with somebody. And I actually watched it. A gentleman, oh goodness, the guy from Empire Vapes. And I won't go too much into this, but it's just absurd. He had made, not what he did, not what Empire Vapes did was absurd, but some of the reaction that he had. He made a video regarding one of his it like made me cry. It was awful. One of his subscribers had sent him a letter, and he had like terminal cancer, and just man, just heart just breaks for the guy's family, that happened to. And so he made a video about receiving the message that the guy had actually passed. He had succumbed to cancer, and somebody were trolling it or something. I didn't read any of the comments, but apparently somebody's trolling it. And I'll say this, it's in any community, and it's not the vaping community we're not any different than any other community, but you're going to have people trolling. I mean, that's just the way it is. And, I was talking a little bit, I think I was talking to Nick. Yeah, I was talking to Nick a little bit about this today. It's just like, you just kind of just ignore it best you can. And things like that happen. There's no rhyme or reason for it. Like, you can't like come up with a reason like why they would do that. You know what I mean? Why would somebody want to hurt your feelings, you know what I mean, about yourself when you're trying to make a video about somebody who died? Hey, Addy, how you doing, man? With the real BlackCat. Hey, Bones, how you doing, man? But, you just try to, I don't get a lot of trolling. Like, I always say that my biggest trolls are the people who watch me every day, fucking with me. But I rarely get any trolls. And I don't know if that's just because, I'm just not that popular. You know what I mean? I'm not near as popular as Chris, Empire Vapes, is. I think he's got over 10,000 followers or subscribers. But, yeah, I hope I never have, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Pretty weak to do that. But Ken had a show about that last night, and I watched that. And then I watched Mountaineer Vapes, that show with Pal, and Kimmy was on there. Very cool. Good show. And Phoenix Vapor. Yep, get your number in for yesterday's episode, guys. Hey, good to see you, Cloud King Cody. Mark Pro Vapes, what's up, man? Hey, Boop. Mike Cam, what's up, buddy? It's because you're untouchable. I don't really have that kind of, I think our sect of the community, it's a builder sect. We are YouTubers. Like, I guess you could say Nick and I are YouTubers, but we're really builders. And, builders don't really, I don't know, we don't really troll each other. You know what I mean? None of us are, I don't know. We don't really deal with it. Big G, what's up? Or that's Coil in the universe. And I think that's another thing about it. Jeff Lawson in the house. I think that's another thing with it. Oh, is Labworks here? Hey, Paul, how you doing, man? Ohms, the artist. What's up, dude? All right. Samuel, how you doing, buddy? Hey, I use a Mac. I've been slacking on my mech, Sam. I've been slacking on my mech, Samuel. I have. I've been using a lot of squonkers. it's just so nice, man. I get the perfect vape every time. I remember Mike Vape saying that. He's like, don't you want the perfect vape every time? And I was like, yeah, I do. And he's like, that's why I use a squonker. And ever since then, I was like, well, if anybody knows about that shit, it's Mike. So I'm going to start trying it. And he's right. It's like the best vape every time. That's one reason I mentioned that in my review of the pumper. That was so great about the pumper is you can like dial in your vape every time. You know what I mean? Because it's always putting out the exact same amount of juice. So, you know, if you need 2 pumps per 2 hits or, you know, pump and a half for 2 hits or whatever, you know exactly how to dial it in. And I really like the pumper. I think somebody was mentioning that last night that they didn't really care for it. Like it wasn't practical. And I get that. Like I think that, you know, there's a lot of truth in that, but it's a fantastic vape. All right. And plus it looks cool. I think the pumper looks cool. Like, you know, Asmodeus, they missed the, some of their stuff isn't like aesthetically pleasing to me, but the pumper is one that I really, really like the look of. I don't know. I just like it. And I'll use that one, even though I sent it for review. That's one of the ones I have like in my repertoire. I'm not putting away. I'm going to keep that one out. Really great little single coil. It's not a dual coil just because it only goes up to 80 watts. And I vape my dual coils a little higher. I even vape my single coils a little higher than that. But, I mean, you know. All right, so that's my 28 gauge. Let's do a 27 gauge just so I don't mess up. So I can rip it off and do it again if I need to. Always really great so this is something that I used to preach a lot of. But instead of doing your decors off of your good wire, your KP wire, your Coil Society wire, or your Twisted Messes wire, get some Temco. 27 gauge. 27 gauge, 250 feet. I think it was like $9. Canthal. Anytime I need to do a decor, that way, you know, when I'm done with it, I can either throw it away or I can keep it, but I don't have to really worry about wasting any money with it. You know, it sucks to use a piece of like, a piece of KP and then you fuck it up on your decor or whatever and you have to throw it away. It's like, this feels like such a waste to me. So much easier just to grab some like, you know, really inexpensive, affordable wire. And quite frankly, Temco, I mean, I use, that's really what I learned on was Temco and Master of Clouds. And it's actually pretty decent. I mean, it's dirty. You know, you got to clean the living hell out of it before you vape it. But it's good wire. You know, it's good wire. I think wasn't Temco the originator? Hey, Graham, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Hey, Tony. How was the little girl show? It was great, man. It was hilarious. He's referring to my daughter's play she was in. It was fucking hilarious. They're so funny. Like my daughter, you could hear her. She's just like me. Like you can hear her over everybody. And, you know, it's funny because they're little kids. I think my daughter's 7. I think the other kids were a little older, maybe 8 or 9. But, you know, most of them were just saying the lines. Like they weren't acting. Maddie was like, my daughter was like really acting. It was crazy. Like I was so proud of her. And, I talked to her about it afterwards and she's like, yeah, I really like doing it. And I was like, man, that's great. Like finding something you really like to do at that age, you know, that young is such a good thing. You know what I mean? And really happy for her. She likes that. And she likes to swim. She's a really good swimmer, which is crazy at that age, but she's like crazy good. She's like, she goes to like this real, like high, not a high end, but like this like national swim school that like they compete nationally. They're like known in the nation. And she's like one of their prodigies. It's weird. She's like she gets like private time with the coach and stuff. And they're like working on her to be like a really good swimmer. So kind of weird. My daughter, I was like one of those athletes. Like I love athletics and I played when I was a kid. Yeah, that's all boys really did back then was play athletics. You know, there wasn't computers or shit like that to fuck around with. Video games, we had Atari, but not till later. And so kids, we just played outside and played sports and stuff. And I was always I always was good at the like bash 'em sports. Like I was not a finesse guy in anything. Like if I could bash it or like smash it or tackle it, like I was good at that one. Like I wasn't good at like anything else. So for my daughter to be good at swimming, which is all a finesse sport, you know what I mean? It's like a graceful sport. It's kind of weird. All right, this is not centered at all. I'm just going to say fucking go with it. If I would shut my yapper and do it, I'd probably get it, but I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so I'm going to make a 27 gauge decor. We'll start out with the 28 gauge, and then we'll switch to the 27 if it's not laying right for me. Eddie, what's up, dude? M16. Hey, Jane. Bathroom Sports. What's up, Charlie? I don't know what Bathroom Sports are. Dustin Kendall. How you doing, Dustin? Dustin, good to see you, man. What our dad does. For the clipping. I don't do graceful at all. Hey, Anarchy, how you doing, man? Merle. Ah, Kate, how you doing? Hope you feel better. Water sports. All right, let me get in on here. I gotta pay attention. I'm never gonna get this. Southern Vapor, what's up, dude? Tim, what's up, man? Dustin Vapor, what's up, brother? Church. All right, that's going to be enough. That's enough. KLR, what's up, man? Woodtick Mike. All right. So let's get this off of here. I'll make sure that I set this in a different spot. That way that I don't get these two mixed up. Because God knows I will. All right. There we go. So I got the 27 gauge in front and the 28 gauge behind it. Now I can just take this, because I don't really need 27 gauge D-core, and I can throw it away and not care. So I put all that back. So I got my D-core, got my 28. I can put that away. 38 gauge stainless steel I already don't need anymore. Okay, so now I have to twist up two pieces of 0.2. Now, I'm going to twist them the same way that I claptoned my clap. So I claptoned 20 or clockwise. Okay, so I'm going to twist these clockwise. All right, just to stay consistent. That is what I was told to do, and that's what I'm going to do, and that's just how we're going to do it. I don't know if it makes a difference, quite frankly, but I'm going to do it anyway. Pull this out. Let me grab this 0.2 is really small. It's comparable to a 32 gauge. 32 gauge is 0.2. So that is about 40 inches. Let's just take an arm's length. Pull it tight. All right. This is where I usually stand up and do it, just because I need to keep my arms out. All right. So I think this should be enough. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and fold it over. So grab this 0.2, and we're just going to fold it over. Find the two ends. There we go. So now I got a nice piece of 0.2. About, I would say this is it's 18, probably about 24 inches worth, which should be enough. That'd be 3 8-inch pieces. That should be enough. I mean, I'm only going to make a couple 5 wraps, so I should be good. I need about, if I can get 8 inches of build, that's really more than I need. But if I get a little bit more, I'll be happy. And plus, when I start turning this, it is going to, it's definitely going to shorten a little bit. So pull this all the way down. All right, there we go. And fold this up. Put this in the chuck of my drill, and we will start spinning it. It's really, really soft. How's that look? All right, looks good. I need to make sure I'm going the same way as. Remember, I'm doing the exact same way that I did my Clapton. Okay, it's coming out of the drill. It's hard for my drill to clamp down on this little wire. So let's just try it again. I may have to twist it up before I put it in, but we'll see. Hopefully I can get it. Yeah, I got it. All right. Come down here, grab it. Right through the loop. What I'm going to do is just put one tooth of the pliers through it and then just clamp down. All right, I got it. There we go. Let's have a vape. And I want it as tight as possible. There we go. So now I got it. There we go. Going to spin it up. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to spin it just a little more, but it looks good. All right, that's good. Let that go. Let the spin back a little bit. And I don't know how much I actually have here, but it looks like it's enough. So I'm going to guess. Let me get my ruler only goes to 18 inches. Oh, yeah, I got plenty. Okay, so that's probably 28 inches. So let's cut this first one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this at 9.5 inches. And then I'm going to take the other piece and I'm going to fold it in two. Now let's cut it at 10. Cut it at 10 inches. Here's my one. Now I'm going to take this other one and I'm going to fold it over. And then I'm just going to wrap it or just frame it just like a normal alien. Like I do a normal alien. Let me grab a little bit of 38 gauge. So for those of you following along at home, what I did was I twisted one piece, and I'm going to use that for all three of my pieces. I'm not spinning three pieces that way. I keep it somewhat similar, somewhat consistent. Now, it won't be consistent near the end of the hand I was holding, or with my plier hand. It's not going to be consistently spun because the start is always going to be spun more. But I could have reversed it and respun it again, but I don't think for this instance you really need to. I'm not doing like a helix where I really, really got to make sure that it's spun correctly all the way through. Excuse me. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. All right, so we're going to take this piece. I'm going to fold it over. Grab it up at the top. Pull it nice and tight. All right, grab this second piece. I'm just going to drop it right in the middle. Fold this around it best I can. And we're going to take this piece of 38 gauge and I'm just going to tie it up. Now I need to grab my nylons because I want to make sure that I keep this nice and flat coming off the swivel. All right, grab my nylon pliers. Oh, there's another pair. I was going to say, where's my other pair? Flatten that out. All right. So there it is. That's about 10 inches. That's what she said when she saw me. That's about 10 inches, sir. That is not what she said at all. All right, we put a little glue around here at the end. Just to keep those three frames together. Let's see if I can get some of this glue gun. Kind of nice to do an actual build day. I haven't done a build day in like God. I didn't do one last week and I didn't do one the week before. So it's literally been like 2 weeks since we had a build day. And I know you guys like the build days and I like doing them. It takes me kind of back to like what I'm used to doing, which is building. You know, this wasn't always like, I kind of made this, you know, the show's kind of like a variety show anymore in a way. You know, it's not so much like a build show as much as it's like just different things. But it's nice to go back and do some building, that's for sure. All right. Little piece of ribbon or 38 gauge on there. Clean this up best I can. All right, let's just move. See if that'll move. It's not going to. That was my fear, is it wasn't going to move. Oh, it did. Okay, there we go. Move that down. I'm going to cut these all flush. My ends here are not flush, so I'm going to cut them flush. All right. Now I'm going to grab my two things I'm going to grab. One, I'm going to grab my chuck insert. So I'm going to open my chuck all the way up. And the second thing I'm going to use is a small, tiny clothespin. Oops, it's empty. $50 super chat. Yeah, right. All right. Okay, see if I can get this open. I'm going to have to take it. There we go. Oh, I got it. All right. Put that in the middle. And hold that nice and tight. Now I'll put this in the chuck of my drill. And let's twist that up nice and tight. Okay. So to me, it honestly looks more like a 28 gauge than it does a... So the 28 gauge is in the back. That was the first one I did. So let's grab this 28 gauge D-core. I'll bring you guys down here so you can see what I'm doing. Bring this up here. And we'll get it on the macro so you guys can watch me wrap this. And we'll just see how it goes. Not really sure how easy this will be to wrap, honestly, but I feel pretty confident it could be good. $5, Dustin Kendall. Thank you, Dustin. Best coil builder in the universe. You goddamn right, sir. Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate it, bro. Best coil builder in the universe. Somebody comes on here, they'll be like, what is this super chat for? Best coil builder in the universe. We're like, goddamn right. You goddamn right I am. All right. Yeah, that definitely looks like 28 gauge. So let's wrap this on here best we can. And then we will commence to alien wrapping this and see how it looks. Not exactly sure how it will go. Maybe it's too big of a decor. Heck, I don't know. If it's too big, then I'm kind of screwed because I don't have a 29 gauge decor. I didn't do one, and I'm not going to do another one. So it would just be a fail, or I'll try to get it on there best I can. All right, let's turn this on so you guys can see. Go to macro and tune it in. A little more clear. A little bit more for Santa Claus. There we go. Oh, that looks pretty good. All right, let's get this. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so I got to stretch this a little bit. I didn't stretch it much at all. All right, so we're going to start it out. I'm going to drop it down to low. Okay. I'm afraid it's too big. Son of a gun, because it's starting to mohawk on me. All right, let's try it anyway. See if I can get it. So, all right, let's see if it actually collapsed. Hopefully it collapsed, and that's why it's all messed up. Maybe it did. Maybe it did, or maybe it's just too damn big. All right. Well, I've got a pattern going. I can't really see what it looks like, but I definitely have a pattern. So whatever horrid consistent pattern it is, it's consistent. All right. And the cores are still flat, so we're just going to keep it going. Ooh, God, it looks really bob wiry. Looks like bob wire, man. That is bad. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Just gotta get it. See if it makes any difference. Okay, it's wanting to collapse on me. So that. I'll stretch it out a little bit. Put a little bit more tension on it. And see if I can do it anything different. Okay, I'm not going to give up on it. I'm going to keep it going all the way down, even though I don't think it's doing anything that I want it to do. I'm going to keep going with it. Let's just drop this down on the ground. These pants I have on are all cotton, and the decor sticks to them like crazy. It's awful. So I'll stretch this out a little bit. Yeah, decor's too big. Well, there's nothing I can do about it now. Well, I can't go back on itself. All right, I know what I'm going to try to do. So I'm just going to let it keep going. I'm going to try to mohawk it. So I'm not going to stretch it at all. And I'm just going to try to mohawk it and see if I can get a pattern with it. Let's give that a shot. No, that's not working either. All right, it's not working either. Think, what can I do with it? Well, there's something. All right, let's just keep this tension. Oh, come on. Come on. All right. I might. Oh, my God. My decor's all fucked up. Well, it's making some kind of pattern. Ooh, God almighty. Yeah, the core's collapsed, but I'm not really. It doesn't really matter because it's not making anything anyway. So my fail was, what time is it? 5:45. Shit, I don't really have time to even do anything else. My fail was that I went with too small. That 0.2 was just too small. I should have went with something bigger. Let's see if we can. Let's take a look at it and see what it did. If I would have used probably a 30 gauge D-core, I would have been all right. Just see there. It was really wanting to. There's nothing I could really do with it. It just would not lay because it was going around twice before it was actually opening up the alien. So you live and you learn. One of these I probably should have tried before I did it live, but as you all know, I do not mind failing, and I am extremely good at it. Fuck! I wanted to vape it too. I'm pissed because that was gonna be my giveaway coil for tomorrow, and I actually wanted to vape it, so I probably would have made another one, but maybe I'll make another one after this. I think what I should do is use 30 gauge. 30 gauge is point. I think it's 0.2. Was it 0.25 ish? Something like that. 0.25. Yeah, I think it's 0.25. I should use that and give it a little bit more substantial size, and then use 28 gauge D-core. 28 gauge D-core on that 0.2 is just way too fucking big. Wanda sucks. Wanda should have been instructing me on that build. That was terrible. Wanda, you bitch. That's awful. I keep feeling like I looked at my list today just looked at the list for the builders. I keep feeling like I missed somebody. I hope I didn't. If I did, I'm a dick. I don't think I did. I got Modified Star, and I think Modified Star, is that right? Was he the last person I got? Do you remember? Modified Star? Well, it takes her 1 day off a year. What's up, Irish? How you doing, man? Yeah. Oh, these are ugly. These are ugly as hell. Funny thing is, like this, if I had kept going, it probably would vape fantastic. Because like the ones that are the most fucked up looking are the ones that vape the best. That's why I only vape my blems usually. Because I keep the good ones for you guys. But yeah, 30 is 0.25. 32 is 0.2. Yeah, it's 0.2. It's 32 gauge. Yeah. Yeah, it's too small. Too fucking small. Damn it. And I really wanted to vape that. So, this will be the next to this episode will be the word fail. Dustin wants his $5 back. That's hilarious. Feature Wanda's coils. I can't feature myself. I can't do that. That would be fun. Oh, man, I got this stuffy nose. I got this damn cold. All right, so what time is it? Damn, we got 16 people hit up that episode. Let me see here. Did 16 people already put that on there? Oh, my God. Lighting is brutal on the 6 head. I do have a ton of lighting, man. Frank, I have a ton of lighting. It's better, though, than not having it. Trust me. Not having it is awful. I can't fucking see anything. Actually, I can't see anything now because it's so goddamn bright in my face. Like, if I move up closer, like, that lighting is terrible. It's so bright, but not having it, I can't fucking see anything. All right, so let's go back here. So, what do I have in the box for today? Let's see what. We're going to do a little giveaway if you guys want one. You guys want a giveaway? Want a little giveaway? Throw out here? Let's see what I got for today. All right. Clean Build shirt is being saved for Friday. Couple things of juice is being saved for Friday. The Trinity unused 810 drip tip, which is really, really unique. Trinity, nice little drip tip here. That's being saved for Friday. All right. Let's do 26. Let's do... This is going to be I have Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, I got plenty. All right, this little giveaway is going to be Tough Wicks Cotton. Can't see it, but it's there. 26 gauge Master of Clouds Nichrome 80, 100 feet. And a coconut cream pie from Loud E-Juice. All right, I need a number between 1 and 150. Go. To get everything ready, this will be Tuesday. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, my God, my butt's hanging out. Holy crap. That's awful. That's fucking awful. These pants, like every time I sit down, the pants fucking like, my butt crack comes out. I shoot a plumber every time. 1 to 150, guys. Let's get a number and let's go. So this will be, put these in here. This will be Tuesday's giveaway. Compliments of DripKid.n.y, who is fucking awesome. He really wanted us to enjoy this Tuesday. All right. Let me grab my pad of paper in there. I got to put all that stuff away for Greg. With the, I think I got room in there for that RTA, do I? Probably. All right. Now, if you win something, you know that you have to message me on Instagram, okay? Nothing is going to go out until, who would call me during the Vape at 5? Can't you see I'm busy? All right. There we go. So Tuesday is wire, wick, and juice. Everything you need to vape, except for your vaping device. Butt's hanging out. That's where the decor went. Nobody's putting numbers in. Put numbers in. 1 to 150. Nobody wants to win it. They're like, I don't want that shit. Cheryl Carmichael. Hello, Cheryl. Welcome to the Vape at 5. I am your host. I am BlackCat. In a V-neck. I'm a V-neck. I'm a middle-aged guy who wears V-necks. See that right there? V-neck. Oh, there's a lot of people put numbers in. Shit, what am I saying? I didn't see all those numbers go in. All right, keep them coming. Almost done. Now, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would appreciate you hitting the subscribe button. Thank you. All right, can I change my number? No, Charlie, you can't change your number. Your number is fucking set in stone, sir. You change your number, and then I'm going to time you out. I'm kidding. I don't give a fuck. All right, you're in top. No, I'm in live chat. Shut up. All right, hold on. Stop. All right, we're going to do it. Here we go. And grab random number generator. Random number generator. Go to 1 to 150. First number, 51. Second number, 118. And the third and winning number is 39. Focus. 39. All right, closest to the number without going over. 39. I saw a 33. I saw a 35 too. Oh, a 38. Would tick Mike. Mike, you might have got it. All right, here we go. First number I got is Mr. Pebble. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Vape Mechanic 1. How you doing? 38. Wood tick Mike is our leader. 38. 38. Church had 37. 39. Southern Vapor. Double check. You okay? Let's see if anybody else got 39. Anybody else get 39? Anybody else get? Nope. Southern Vapor, you're a winner, brother. Congratulations. All right, Southern Vapor. You have just won yourself some juice, some wick, and some wire. Congratulations. So, Southern Vapor, what you have to do is contact me on the Instagrams, BlackCat Whiteface. Send me a message with your address or where you would like this shipped to, and I will get it out to you on Saturday, sir. It will end up being an empty envelope because I'm keeping all the prize. No, I'm kidding. It won't be empty. That's not happening again. I got these ironclad. It's not fucking them up at all. So tomorrow on the Vape at 5, we are doing the review of the Rebirth RDA. So I've been using it now for over a week, and I really excited to do the review. I think I'm not just gonna, I'm gonna give you an honest opinion of what I think about it from my perspective, but I mean, you guys know I've been vaping the shit out of it. I think the flavor off of it is fucking phenomenal. I really do. And I think for, the way I look at RDAs, the way I look at vape equipment in general, and the way I look at a lot of things is what is the value of the item? Is the item valued higher or lower than what the retail price is? This RDA is $33. So, is it worth $33? I paid $25 because I got it on Black Friday, but $33 out the door, like Vapor DNA, Element Vapor. So that's the way I'm going to be judging it tomorrow. And so that's why I like do a high-end RDA, if it's $90, $100, is it worth $90, $100? And, there's a lot of other factors you got to take into that machining and customer service, things like that go into it. With an RDA like this, is it worth $33? This is a mass-produced RDA for the masses, and is it worth it? So that's how the review will go tomorrow. Yeah, and I got a Dead Rabbit. So Greg sent us a Dead Rabbit RTA that will go out during his giveaway, which is fantastic. I'll wick it up for you guys too if I want to put a set of his coils in there for you. That. They may. Asmodeus may. Amadeus. Asmodeus may dump me. I don't know. No, they've been really good to me. Asmodeus has been really good to me. I've been honest about everything. I told them I didn't want to review the Luna 2. I was like, I've already pretty much kind of reviewed it. I said, so you can watch that. I was like, it's not very good. And they still said, yeah, it's fine. So I was like, I don't want to spend an hour and a half putting a video together or 2 hours putting a video together for this thing. I really don't want to do that. I don't like it, and it'd be painful as hell. Buffering? Am I buffering? Oh, I lost connection. I completely lost it. There we go. It's starting to come. Are you using a microwave? There we go. I don't know. It's going down, going up and down again. I don't know what the heck is wrong. It went down again. Huh. I don't know. Chicken wings in the toaster again. And it died. There we go. All rigadis. It keeps going down. I don't know. I need to reset my router, I think is what it is. Now it's up to 3,000. So it's probably like going in and out, in and out, in and out. Now it's back. 34. Hold on. Let me see if there's... Now it's down to... Are you guys doing anything that would affect the internet? Are you guys doing anything that would affect the internet? Okay. Yeah, the internet's just going up and down. Now it's at 4,000. Now it's at 700. It's like I'm getting bursts of internet. Like they're going to tell you. Yeah.
The internet has been messing up all day.
Has it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.